Tansei. It's good to be with you here and now. My name is Jace Rosemary Poirier. I am a mixed heritage Indigenous woman. I get my Métis ancestry from my mother, Helen Rose Poirier. We are connected to the Poirier and Landry family of the Red River Métis. I am also the daughter of the late Gary Paul Cooper, which gives me French Canadian and Irish blood. I am the proud mother of Charlie, and my partner in life is Paul Lissert. I join you today from the lands of the Lekwungen-speaking people. The Songhees and the Esquimalt First Nations have stewarded this land since time immemorial. I am honored to be with you here today, connected across oceans and the cloud to share the COYA philosophy, consequences of your actions, and how it can transform our businesses and communities. I want to share my story with you. I was born with a spirit that only knew love. But early on, I learned that life can bring deep challenges. As a child, I faced intergenerational trauma that opened my eyes to the truth that kindness and care are choices, not guarantees. In those moments, I found strength in the wisdom of my grandmother and the moon, asking for the courage to make choices that would allow me to walk the path of becoming a good ancestor. This realization helped me understand that I am not only shaped by what happens to me, but also the actions I take in response. From a young age, I knew that I could carve out my own legacy. I could create my own COYA. I've since dedicated myself to living with intention, always thinking about how my actions, both seen and unseen, will impact others now and for generations to come. Because each of us is sacred, and every decision matters. We all have gifts that are meant to be shared with the world, even when those closest to us might not recognize them. But your ancestors, your community, and you will see them. You just have to believe in the consequences of your actions. That's why I'm sharing this offering with you now, a way to join me on this journey. I invite you to place your feet flat on the ground so that you can feel our interconnection through Mother Earth. And I invite you to close your eyes and listen to my medicine. We are not just the product of our circumstances. We are also the consequences of our actions. To be better ancestors, we have to remember that all of our actions matter. A snake figure eating itself shows us that we eventually pay for the consequences of our actions. Everything we do and don't do has intended and unintended multi-generational consequences. Consider this when you doubt your gifts and if you matter to the world. Please remember how sacredly impactful you are. Imagine, what if we all shared our gifts with the world and believed in our COYA? If we grow to evolve in a cosmic spiral and life is not in a linear form, then there is no end to our potential and only the shedding of old skin and the rise of the next generation. What will be the consequences of your actions in 7 generations? Thank you for listening. You may open your eyes. COYA is not just a philosophy. It's a call to action. It encourages us to reflect on our actions, recognize our interconnectedness, and commit to living a positive legacy. At the heart of COYA are 4 agreements that guide our actions. First, we contribute our gifts. We share our unique abilities to uplift others and strengthen our communities. Second, we own our actions. We acknowledge that every action has consequences that is interconnected with the world around us. Third, we yearn for growth. We embrace self-reflection and transformation to continually evolve. And finally, we act on legacy. We align our everyday actions with the legacy we wish to create for future generations. So why does this matter? The world is shifting, and Indigenous voices and businesses are increasingly recognized for their contributions and are leading. By embodying the COYA philosophy, we can ensure our actions today positively impact our communities and the planet tomorrow. I invite each of you to take the COYA agreements and put them into action in your business by 2025. Think about how you can contribute your gifts. What are the gifts that Creator gave you that you can use to uplift your community? Consider how you can own your actions. Reflect on the impact of your decisions on your team, community, and the world. Create more accountability mechanisms that would make your elders proud. Challenge yourself to yearn for growth. What personal transformations will you pursue this year? Lastly, plan on how you will act on legacy. What legacy do you want to leave for future generations? Let's now look at a few examples of Indigenous businesses that have successfully implemented the COYA philosophy. These stories illustrate how embracing these principles can lead to innovative solutions and positive community impact. One Feather built a theory of change that helps their team members understand how each individual's actions help beat their drum together as one. They now meet together for monthly COYA moon teachings to stay aligned to their impact. Anamiki considered their strategic planning retreat through the lens of Mother Earth, helping them to determine how their product development process could emulate Mother Earth's natural ecosystems in a regenerative way, allowing them to scale their SaaS product through Indigenous worldview. The SAGE initiative measured how the skills they are offering Indigenous women impact investors, not only impacts each woman, but also is shaping their family's definition of wealth for this generation and the next, breaking economic barriers for more than one generation at a time. Yukon Soaks built an education program that protected the flora and fauna's wisdom in their territory and asked elders and youth to share their knowledge in exchange for learning how to make medicines, soaps, and salves that better people's lives locally and around the world. They each did this by thinking about their unique gifts as an organization and how they can solve intractable problems for the good of this generation and the next. These stories illustrate how embracing these principles can lead to innovative solutions and positive community impact. These stories prove to me that we are all legacy makers when we believe in the consequences of our actions. This could be your story. With the COYA philosophy shaping your choices, your business can be an act of love and a gift to future generations. COYA is the medicine Creator gave me to contribute to my community, and you are my community, and COYA is now yours too. Imagine a world where every individual embraces their gifts, takes responsibility for their actions, creates multi-generational impact by consciously shaping a legacy of growth, resilience, and interconnectedness. I invite you to the COYA community. You can find us on Instagram at coya.community and online at coya.ca. Join us in creating a legacy of impact. Explore COYA's teachings, take part in our workshops, and begin your journey towards intentional living and empowered action. Together, we can shape a future that honors the past and transforms the generations to come. Thank you for joining the COYA community, and thank you for the consequences of your actions. All my relations. Miigwech.